The political news cycle is fast, and keeping up can be overwhelming. Trying to find differing perspectives worth your time is even harder. That's why we have scoured the internet for political writing from the right and left that you might not have seen. Has this series exposed you to new ideas? Tell us how. Email us at ourpicks@nytimes.com. For an archive of all the partisan writing roundups, check out Our Picks. From the right, Michael T. Flynn left a federal court in Washington on Friday. Jonathan Ernst Reuters. Andrew C. McCarthy in National Review. There's less to the news than meets the eye. Mr. McCarthy does not believe that the news of General Michael T. Flynn's guilty plea is a sign of a major breakthrough for the Russia investigation. If collusion did indeed occur between the Trump campaign and Russia, then Mr. Flynn would be pleading guilty to an espionage conspiracy, not what Mr. McCarthy describes as a process crime, lying to the FBI. Read more. Bree Payton in The Federalist. Trump and his associates did contact foreign dignitaries before he took office. If that is a crime, Barack Obama is also guilty. Ms. Payton reacted to the news of Mr. Flynn's guilty plea by listing past instances of American politicians meeting with foreign dignitaries before they were sworn into office. None of them, she points out, were prosecuted for any crimes. Read more. From the left. Amy Davidson Sorkin in The New Yorker. That Mueller would treat Flynn as someone worth flipping, presumably in pursuit of a bigger case, is, to say the least, suggestive. Ms. Sorkin, unlike Mr. McCarthy, sees Friday's news as the sign of a new, significant chapter in the story of the magnetically charged interaction of Michael Flynn and Donald Trump. Moreover, she writes, the larger issue at play in the relationship of Mr. Flynn and Mr. Trump is how conspiratorialism was intertwined with real influence. And extremism of that sort, she argues, can't be solved with a special counsel. Read more. President Trump at the White House on Friday. Manuel Bales, Senator. Associated Press. Bob Dreyfus in The Nation. Did Trump's campaign collude with the Russians to subvert the U.S. elections? The answer is still we don't know. There's plenty of smoke, from multiple directions, based on Mr. Flynn's guilty plea, explains Mr. Dreyfus. It would be premature to conclude that President Trump broke any law. However, Mr. Dreyfus thinks the minimal charges against the president's former national security advisor are a sign that Mr. Flynn is cooperating with Mr. Mueller and his team. He is, outside of Mr. Trump's own family, one of the people who could do most damage to the president if he has flipped. Read more. Finally, from the center. Jonathan Turley in The Hill. The question is whether he presents a clear and present danger to the Trump inner circle. That is far less clear. Mr. Turley, who has often defended the president and his associates from allegations of gross criminal misconduct, admits that Mr. Flynn's plea is undeniably significant. He lays out what he calls the good, the bad and the ugly possibilities for how Mr. Flynn's cooperation with the special counsel may affect Mr. Trump and his administration. Read more. Noah Feldman in Bloomberg. The fact that the lies concern Russia makes it politically harder for Trump to fire Mueller or to pardon Flynn than if the charge had involved Flynn's other legal woes over his unreported lobbying for Turkey. Mr. Feldman explains how Mr. Flynn's plea boxes in Mr. Trump and may prevent him from dismissing the special counsel. Since the president has made it known that he would consider firing Mr. Mueller, it is incumbent on the prosecutor to shape public perception of his investigation to reduce the probability, by suggesting that his firing would itself be an act of obstruction of justice by the president. Read more. From New York Times. Reader. Shade to be a downer, but whether this signifies prosecutions to come rests on what was behind the plea deal. We already knew he lied to the FBI. And there was the public announcement that he lied to Trump. So did they settle on this charge alone because he had a lot of more serious evidence, or simply because it was the only actual crime provable? Being avaricious and willing to exploit any opportunities open to you, even from the most vile partners, because of your former position in the U.S. Military is ugly behavior, but not criminal. Cheryl, Yorktown. Let's hope this is a situation in which the domino theory holds true, and that Flynn's plea deal sets off a chain reaction that doesn't end until the current administration is toppled. Vanessa Hall, Millersburg, Mo. Want the partisan writing roundup in your inbox? Sign up for the morning briefing newsletter or the What We're Reading newsletter. Have thoughts about this collection? Email feedback to ourpicks@nytimes.com.